that part where you say attract, now that part resonates with me in the sense that, yeah, you have to get somebody's attention, you know? If they're not paying attention to you, they can't make an informed decision. After you have their attention, Ahmed says, thank you, Derek. Thank you, Chuck. Question. I've been working on pivoting my work into the healthcare consulting business, which is a new venture for me. I've been prepping for that and felt pretty confident. But now recently that I'm closer to launch, I'm starting to get doubts and some fears. My doubts are not about my ability to help the clients, but more about my ability to attract and close the clients in the first place. I will continue for sure, but wanted to ask your thoughts on handling the subject matter. I think I must be the only person in the world that thinks the way that I do, you know, about client acquisition. The last thing on my mind is, like, you know, closing the client, closing the deal, closing a sale, closing the girl, you know, closing, like, these should be like pretty organic relationships. Like, could you imagine saying, like, you know, imagine a guy, and he's like, oh, I met this other guy at the gym, and he seems like a pretty cool guy. I wonder if I could close the friendship. I wonder if we could, you know, we could be friends. I'm going to close the deal on our friendship. We're going to close the friendship. It's like what a weird thought, you know? Like doesn't that sound weird? But then guys talk about women that way. And, like, I'm not with any of this political correct shit, by the way. It's just a weird thought. Guys are like, you know, I'm going to close the girl. Like, bro, like, what do you know, if you were the type of person that was actually valuable, if you were the type of person that was living your life in a way that you're proud of, and you were doing things that you were proud of, and you were doing that consistently, and you were getting a little bit better every day, and you had great social resources, great intellectual resources, you were strong, could beat a dude's ass in a fight, no problem. You had great financial resources, etc. You have whatever a man could want. Would you be worried about closing the girl? Would you be worried about closing the dude at the gym to be your new friend, to do whatever the fuck you guys do together? I said, no, it's just weird. So when I hear this thing about, like, you know, I want to say exactly how you said it, your ability to attract and close the clients in the first place. So now that part where you say attract, now that part resonates with me in the sense that, yeah, you have to get somebody's attention, you know? If they're not paying attention to you, they can't make an informed decision. So I do think it's important to be able to get somebody's attention. After you have their attention, just give them enough information to make an informed decision. Give them enough information to make an informed decision. And, like, I'm not worried about, I'd say bluntly is, like, you know, 20% or so of people that started this thing, I told you from the beginning, about 20%, 25% won't be here at the end. And if you look at the numbers, it's exactly what it is. 25% are not here. The other 75, 80%, here you are. Just like I said. And, like, I don't know, if you get, and we have a policy, if I invite somebody to the mastermind group, they either say yes immediately, they say yes then, or we never invite them back again. It's like, if they got to think about it, that person shouldn't be in the mastermind group. I'm not trying to close the deal. It's the last thing on my mind. I'm trying to, it's more important to not spoil the ecosystem. It's more important to not invite a loser or a half-wit or a person who's, you know, maybe is brilliant but only half committed or uncertain of their commitment. I don't want an uncommitted person in my ecosystem. I don't want some loser that's going to do, I don't want somebody to take all 3 courses unless they're dedicated to, you know, implementing that wisdom and really changing their life. Because it doesn't help me to have a bunch of half-ass, you know, half-committed people wandering around the world. So I took Derek's courses and it didn't work. You didn't work. So if you put in the work, results would be a natural outcome. If you put in the work, the results would flow naturally. In the same way that if you were living your life the way that you should be in other areas, like, yeah, of course you'd be, you know, Attractive women would want to be with you because you're an attractive man. Do you think I have a tough time getting a date? If I wanted to live a single lifestyle, do you think I'd have a hard time getting a date? Look at how I spend my time. It's like, all I do is work and I just hang out with, it's just winning. It's just endless winning. I got great clients. I got great friends. I got, best coaching team in the world. It's remarkable. It's unbelievable. I have every financial luxury, so many social luxuries. To have my pick of so many women, it'd be silly. Like if they weren't going out of their way to try to impress me, I don't know what we would do together. What would we do? What is she going to do for me that another beautiful woman wouldn't be happy to do? It'd be a lot easier for me to find a beautiful woman to treat me well than it'd be for her to find another guy like me. So good luck to her. So you're just thinking about it backwards. When you start thinking about, closing the deal, I don't mean this in a rude way, because for the clients that show up, some of my clients are like friends. They're like friends, and they're people that I know for years, and I have a very sincere and deep interest in their success because they showed up for years, and I've seen their struggle and I've seen their progress, and I have deep respect for them. But then, like a new client, they're like, I don't give a like, I don't know that person yet. And if they don't show up consistently, I'm never going to get to know them, and I'm just fine with that. It's like these programs are like a screening system. Like, if you can't do the work on this program, I don't want to be associated with somebody that's a half-ass loser, halfway committed. I don't want to be with that person. I can't spend time with that person. So they're not going to be invited to the mastermind group that way. If they're not invited to the mastermind group, I don't really have any context that I would spend time with them in person at all. So I don't know. I'm not worried about closing the sale or, making a new friend, or I just want to live my life in a way that I'm proud of. And then it's very easy when you're behaving that way consistently. Other winners see of like, oh, that guy's winning. Other winners see that, and it's just natural that you would be together and doing things together. It'd just be natural. So don't try to be like, my advice, my summary statement is don't try to close the deal with, it's a human. Make sure that you'd be a good fit together. Make sure that if you could help that person substantially, of course they're happy to pay you. Of course. Some of your clients won't even be serious about helping themselves, however. So you're going to have to be a little bit picky that you don't want the wrong type of clients. I don't want a client that's not serious about helping themselves. If they think I'm supposed to like cast some magic spell and now you're going to go make a lot of money, well, that's not how money works. It's not how success works. So I can't do that. I can't do that for you, unfortunately. You're going to have to do some shit for yourself. If you're not willing to show up for your own success, I can't be more dedicated. I can't be more dedicated to your success than you are. You can't be more dedicated to your client's success than they are. So just be mindful of that. And when somebody has like stupid expectations, like just dummy expectations like that, just better to avoid those people. You don't want the wrong type of people around. It's really poisonous to have the wrong type of people around. I hope you get that.
This is Derek Moneyberg reminding you, don't stay poor. You see, in a first world country, poverty is a lifestyle choice. You know what else is a lifestyle choice? Being a millionaire. There's little women in the world that are outworking you right now on a Sunday. Poor thing. You can choose to do better. You can choose to be more. You can choose to learn more and earn more. Click that link below. Do yourself a favor, learn something. Learn more so you can earn more. Most importantly, don't stay poor.